were talking about, video games and what is it that we're going to eat at McDonald's. Meanwhile, we're getting down. We'll be like, oh yeah, a little bit. Oh, and what happened? And then we just go and we'll smoke and just keep it moving.
Well, that you're first. I've never heard that before, but it's always interesting.
But you know what's so funny? I never realized that that's what it was called then. I didn't realize that that's what that was called. I'm just thinking that we're just two friends and we're just two horny teenagers and that's it. We're just getting it in and keeping it moving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, back then there was no real term for it. It was just hooking up, That's what it was really called.
Right. It was just literally, it was just hooking up for the sake of hooking up and discovery and figuring yourself out sexually, what pleases you, what doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just things like that. But what's interesting is that the friendship part is really no different than my females.
I agree.
I can talk to these people because there's more than one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that harsh of me?
No, not really. I mean,
whatever.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Just embark. Let's embark on your on that casual, no strings attached relationship. Come on, let's hear some things. I got some things. Let's hear some things.
Like what? Like you want gory details? Because I think that's censored.
You can say stuff without saying stuff. Just remember that. That's a catch-22.
Like what you mean?
Well, and in general, how did it lead to it? How did you get through it? How you still
I was bullied. Let me just put it this way. He was a little bit of a bully.
Oh, so you
still kind of is.
Okay.
But we have respect for each other. Okay. We have respect for each other and our relationships that we're in now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was more like a like I said back then. It was neither one of us really had a lot of experience.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to gain experience, we had to have sex with somebody. Right?
Oh, true.
You can't pretend.
True.
So it just ended up. It literally just started off as just ended up happening, but the attraction for a relationship wasn't there for each other.
Okay.
It's the most amazing thing because we get along in every single aspect, every single facet of what could and would make for a successful relationship, for the exception of the attraction.
Right.
There is loyalty, there is friendship, there is mutual goals, there are tons of things that we both love to do. We have tons of things in common.
Mm-hmm.
He is freaking hysterical.
Okay.
He thinks I'm hysterical.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a huge blanket of like the veil of uncomfortability is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like the same way that girls could just go into the bathroom and together, and one girl can pee in front of the other, or go into like a changing room or whatever, and we could all change in front of each other and just, look at each other aesthetically and just say, you know what, this outfit looks better than this one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I
have that with him, with this one particular gentleman that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the element of wanting a relationship is gone. Not there.
Okay.
It just doesn't exist because we're friends.
Right. And believe it or not, there's rules to this. There is.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I just don't have it. I don't follow the rules.
We're breaking the rules. I
don't follow the rules.
Breaking the law.
I look at them and I'm like, that's nice. I'll change everything. How I get down.
Slow down, killer. Slow down.
But honestly, if you're going to talk about friends with benefits, that's the way you need to do it. You need to make sure that there's no other, that there is no other underlying feeling or emotion towards anything.
Right.
There would have to be this sense of loyalty to each other in order to make it work, yes. But you have to have this understanding that it may not always be this way, especially if they get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something like that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get you.
You can't be jealous.
Right. Yeah.
You know? I guess maybe the reason why we're not jealous of each other is for the simple fact that we know that we're always going to be there for each other.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, if you have it like that, then that's
good. This isn't something that's just temporary,
right.
and that's probably why, that's probably why it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
I don't know, but what are your thoughts? What are you feeling?
Well, my thoughts.
People, our listeners, please let us know. What is it that you?
Yeah, don't be afraid to chat with us right now. If you're listening to us live.
If you disagree with me, then go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Let people know you're a freak too. We out here. We letting it all out for you. But I'm serious, especially tomorrow night. You know, I'm always letting it.
You disagree with me.
The zipper comes down quick. Yeah, the zipper comes down quick on Friday nights. I'm just saying. But
I don't wear drawers on Friday.
Well, you know, it's got to be a Freaky Friday, but we'll get there. So, for what you were saying, like I would say, it really is. I mean, truly, I agree. It's definitely, welcome to the dark side kind of thing, because in some situations it could be a great thing. I mean, in some situations it could be a bad thing. So, and one of the biggest things that happens in these kind of relationships is people catch feelings. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, depending on how you feel about the person. Hey, you never know. You might just realize that this person actually is for you. I mean, in that situation, you definitely got to understand. I mean, it does happen. I mean, the reason why there was some kind of infatuation that came about to make it happen. I mean, you look at the person, they look at you, you want to just jump on top of them, they want to jump on top of you. It's not just about that. It's more than that. It's a physical and emotional. Usually, the emotional attraction part is what usually takes over before people make that decision to cross the dark side.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. When you have someone, whatever, you have to really evaluate the situation that you're in, and just really see if this is something that you can handle. Right. You can't go into a situation like a friends with benefits when you already like this person. Right. It's not going to work.
Right.
It's not going to work, because you have to really put it in your mind that this is just sex.
Right. And some people can't do that.
No. Especially women. Men can remove their feelings pretty quickly.
Sometimes we trip and fall in it.
Most men are really good at removing their feelings. Yeah,
because they just wanted the booty. That's what it is. But for a man like me, I think it's more than that sometimes, especially if it's good booty. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna catch some kind of feeling. I'm gonna feel some type of way. If it's right too, whoo!
That's so honest of you.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a cuddy buddy. Nothing wrong with a cuddy buddy. But
there's no such thing as cuddle buddies, because you know that goes from 0 to 60 really quick.
Well, I'm just saying. But I'm gonna break down the rules to everybody. There's rules. I don't care what you say. There's rules. And I'm gonna give you the top 10 rules of being an FWB.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Rule number 1: do think twice about hooking up with your neighbor. I'm just saying. I mean, you already know there's a problem when you already said what I just said, neighbor. So if you're into that kind of dangerous. Hey, ain't nothing like living your life dangerously. I gotta tell you that. Marty can tell you that firsthand.
Right. Oh, way to go for throwing me under the bus.
Yeah, well. Number 2, Don't convince yourself the relationship is more than what it really is. Do we all agree out here? Yes. Say aye.
Yeah. Yeah, so far so good. Right. Except for the neighbor.
Right.
Except for the neighbor.
Yeah. Number 3, do proceed with caution if you meet someone new. While you're in the FWB. Could still go bad. Just saying, because this is what I mean by catching feelings. Just saying.
Listen, both these things, go ahead.
I'm telling you, there's rules. I keep telling you, there's always rules to this.
Silly.
Yeah. You say it's silly, but I'm just saying. So, number 4, don't encourage friends and family to hang out with your FWB. Ooh.
That's silly too.
Alright, that's interesting.
I've broken every single one of these so far.
Okay, I'm not saying you haven't. Number 5, you don't have to sleep over. No, you don't have to sleep over.
Why not? That's fun.
Well, you know, you don't want.
Oh man, that's fun.
You don't want to turn it awkward. All right. Number 6, don't get mad if you're.
You get down with the get down. You marinate overnight. You do it again the next day.
Hey. Don't get mad. With number 6, don't get mad if your FWB goes out with somebody else.
That's the only one I agree with.
Yeah. Catch feelings. Catch feelings. That's interesting. That's all I gotta say. That one's interesting.
You can't, because then that's the only rule.
Yep.
That's the only valid rule so far. You got one more.
Number 7, do keep your relationship in the bedroom.
That's not true either.
No, I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that one. Somebody out there might agree with it. All right, number 8, do protect yourself. You know, usually at this point, do we have to tell you?
Condoms?
Yeah.
Emotionally?
Yeah. No. We'll talk about
Condoms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's no more. Yeah. See, I know everybody would agree with this one. I'm just saying.
Two rules, but that's listen. If you're having sex, using condoms is the only rule.
Yeah.
Listen, when it comes to sex, no matter what it is, oh, see, I did it. I censored myself.
Yes, you did. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. This is something monumental. Number 9.
36. Listen, if you're having sex, the only rule is to wear a condom. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Yeah. I mean, unless you on that next level freaky. Well, that's all I gotta say. What comes after the freaky? So anyway, number 9. Do be. Yeah. So number 9. Do be smart with what's 2014. Just remember the number one thing that has been hurting people in the past couple of years now: social media. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you plan on your FWB being one of your Facebook buddies, huh? I'm not going there. I'm just and number 10, the top rule.
Let's just put it this way. There is a disclaimer on that.
And number 10, don't think sex is required.
You cannot tell anybody who your FWB is, because listen, if you do talk about it, you gotta change the name to protect the innocent.
Yeah, or hey,
that goes back to the loyalty thing I was just saying.
All right, let's speak on this for a second, since we're on the social media part. Before I go into number 10, let's go into this part of the whole thing. 2 things you want to remember, and this is probably the most important one. When I see all the time, especially me myself. I like to tag myself at the gym because I've decided to make preparations for a better life, a healthier life for 2014.
Or you just want to be a show off.
Well, I'm just saying. But yeah. Don't be tagging your self with your oh yeah, I'm going to FWB's house. Click. Location required. I'm gonna click here.
Yeah.
This is where I'm at right now.
Location services off. Seriously. The whole point of an FWB, which is the reason why I put The Darkside as the logo for today's show. You're not supposed to talk about it.
Yes.
We're talking about it because we're on a show.
Yes, exactly.
So I put, but nobody knows who my SWB is.
Yeah.